Hello, I'm Brennan Malloy and the co-owner of the House of Compassionate Gratitude. And today I want to talk about when we can occasionally manifest a physical illness in our body as a result or reaction to something going on in the physical world, our spiritual being, or our mental place. Now, let's get out of the way early that when we feel unwell, we have illness or pain in our body, that we should always seek medical professional help first. Doctors and nurses and all of that have a wonderful calling and purpose in this life to help us heal our physical being. And once we've sought that help and we're home again and safe, it's a good time to sit in meditation and spend some time understanding how there's the potential to be creating an illness from our mental space or our reaction to our world, our emotional or spiritual reaction to the world. So the human body is a sacred home to our soul. And when it's unwell, it can often indicate that there's more going on there. We function in our daily lives by engaging our mind and living a life as full as possible. That's what we do. And when there's illness in our body, this can impede that engaged living. So then we need to engage the illness and understand why it's there. Lessons and blessings can often be hidden within whatever's going on with your physical being. And it can be a great opportunity to make life-changing shifts. Healthy eating and exercise, mental wellness, and the quality of our relationships are all aspects that can support or influence our physical health from a spiritual and mindful perspective. An example of this would be if you had pain in your foot. First, you'd see your doctor to identify the physical aspects of that pain and seek treatment. And then you would ask yourself, how do my feet support my livelihood, my life, my engagement in the world? Often when it's the feet, we talk about how they represent our ability to move forward and carry ourselves forward in our life. So I've used that word forward now twice in relationship to our feet. They also help us maneuver around things, so we may take a side step or a back step or run or walk or stand. And our feet need to be healthy for these things to happen. And if they're not healthy and they're in pain, it can be an indication that there's a blockage of some kind in moving forward. In your desire to move forward, perhaps you feel stuck. Perhaps you feel that there are things in your life that are preventing you from moving forward, or that you're being held back and restricted. And when we've identified that through the pain in our feet, and we've addressed the pain in our feet, we can then begin to address what's holding me back. Why do I feel stuck? How can I move forward? How can I remove the emotional, spiritual, or physical blocks so I can move forward with intention and in being engaged in my life? So while you're sitting in your meditation and you're taking your deep breaths in and out very slowly, I want you to be thinking about that. With each breath, I'm noticing my body. I'm noticing my physical self. My physical being will have all of my attention and focus so I can clearly communicate. Ask yourselves, why do I feel this way? What is the reaction to? Is there a medical, a mental, spiritual trigger to this illness? What is that? What is this part of my body or kind of illness trying to tell me? And as you sit quiet with it, you can often see where that can be happening. Another great example, the limbs are a great example, hands and feet. So we'll go to hands. If there's injury or illness to the hands, again, it can have to do with our work in the world, how we take care of ourselves, how we care for others, how we make a living can manifest in our hands. Vision challenges, they can have to do with clarity and sight and feeling seen. and can kind of project it back on ourselves and not see because we don't feel seen. So these are all ways that our outer world and our inner world and our soul interact and can kind of get the body caught in the confusion. So I want you to remember also, as you run down your body and scan and feel and hear and engage all of your body parts in this conversation, I want you to be thinking about, what do you see and feel or smell or hear that's coming from your intuition and that inner voice? What does your soul have to tell you about these things? Allow yourself to interact with any ailment or discomfort almost as if it was a third party, to have this dialogue. And always remember that your physical well-being supports your mental well-being, and your mental well-being supports your spiritual well-being. The spiritual well-being supports the physical and mental well-being, because we are spiritual beings using our physical life and mental awareness to explore and understand our infinite potential. I hope today's conversation has supported you in healthy living.